Okay, so we have a formula for the prime squared. Here's b. So the sum for a prime squared is really simple, p squared plus p plus 1. Okay. What do you think the next simplest case is?
Maybe a prime cubed.
Alright, what's the sum for a prime cube going to be? The sum of the divisors.
Well, you'd have p cubed in 1. You could have p squared times p squared plus p plus 1.
Where's the sum of the divisors? So you have a p cubed and a 1, and a p squared and a p.
And this, you just added a p cubed to what we had before.
Okay, oh, very good thing to know.
And then we just added, on that we added a p squared and what we had before.
Yeah, for just a regular prime, we just added a p squared.
Huh, so what do you think the formula is going to be for a prime to the nth power? The sum of the divisors of a prime to the n.
It would be, you'd have p to the n plus p to the n minus 1 plus p to the n minus 2 plus other down to p squared plus p plus 1.
Interesting.
Well, because they'd all match up on our divisor charts like this.
Yeah. Yeah, and then sometimes with a square, like with p squared plus p plus 1, you would have one that didn't match
If
up.
n is even,
Yeah.
then you'd have one.
But then what, if we figured out for primes to the n, what we do for numbers like 6?
Ah! Now we're cooking with butter.
Hmm.
The next simplest step isn't just keeping climbing up this ladder because we'd never get off this ladder, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now we've got 2 primes. But before we go to 2 primes, let's go back to our example with 20.
Okay.
And I want you to look at something. So I have the sums. So here's our number p to the n. So for 2, the divisor sum was 3. For 4, it was 7. Right?
Yep.
For 3, it's, for 20 we have 5s. For 5, it is, what's the sum of the divisors of 5?
We have, well, it's 5 and it's 6.
6. Maybe I should write the 4 as 2 squared. Just to
Then
what's
it's
this?
31.
31. And then we had 20 here, which is not a prime, where the divisors were 1 and 20, 2 and 10, 4 and 5.
So then 20 is this. 20 is 5 times 2 squared.
And what was the sum here?
It was 42, I believe.
42. How do I get 42?
Well, 7 times 6.
Huh. 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 So if I have a number like 6, say, which is 2 times 3, how do you think I'm going to find the formula for the sum of the divisors?
You'd
of
factor it into primes,
And then
and then find the sum of the divisors for this, the sum of the divisors for this, and then multiply those two numbers together.
Okay, so what's the sum of the divisors for 2?
oh, it's a prime plus 1. It's 3.
What about the sum of the divisors for 3?
It's 4. 2
Okay.
times 4, it should be 12.
Okay, now let's check and see. Does this formula seem to work? 6 would factor into 1 and 6,
And 2 and 3.
2 and 3, and the sum is?
12. There's
Hey.
6 here and then plus 6.
See, we found a way to write down a formula for the sum without writing down
The number.
the numbers. Okay, now let's do an example now that we think we have a formula for 2 primes. Let's do an example and see if it makes sense.
Okay.
Alright.